When did your child show you what real kindness looks like? My 8-year-old daughter asked if she could invite her teacher to dinner because Mrs. Smith needs to see what a real family looks like. What do you mean? She tells us about her perfect life, but I know she's lying, Emma said. Her car's at school every night until 8 p.m. Maybe she works late. She wears the same 3 outfits, eats free lunch, and counts exact change for everything. That made me pause. Plus, she can't afford birthday party presents, and yesterday she stared at my sandwich saying, "Your mom must really love you." I drove by school that weekend. Her car was there at 7 p.m. on Saturday. Monday, I sent a dinner invitation. Mrs. Smith replied, "I couldn't impose, but thank you." Emma came home with final proof. She has a pillow in her classroom closet and a toothbrush by the sink. She's living there. That evening, I brought dinner to school and found Mrs. Senpai Smith grading papers, crying. Emma insisted. I said gently. She broke down, lost her apartment, going through divorce, sleeping at school with nowhere else to go. "I've been pretending everything's fine," she sobbed. "I didn't want the kids to worry about me. How long have you been living here?" 6 weeks. I shower in the gym and eat whatever's left from lunch. Sometimes I go whole days without a real meal. She showed me her makeshift bed behind the filing cabinet, just a thin blanket and that pillow Emma had spotted. The custodian knows, but he's been kind enough not to report me. I just need a few more weeks to save for a deposit somewhere. My heart broke, seeing this proud woman reduced to hiding in her own classroom. "You're coming home with me tonight," I said firmly. I couldn't possibly. Emma would never forgive me if I left you here. We gathered her few belongings and drove to my house in silence. When we walked in, Emma was waiting at the kitchen table with 3 place settings already laid out. "I knew you'd bring her home," she said matter-of-factly. Over dinner, Mrs. Smith told us more. Her ex-husband had emptied their bank accounts before filing for divorce. She'd been too embarrassed to ask family for help. "I kept thinking I could handle it alone," she admitted. Emma looked at her seriously. "Nobody has to handle stuff alone. That's what families are for." The next morning, Emma introduced Mrs. Smith to our neighbors as my teacher, who's going to live with us now. 3 weeks later, Emma came home from school, beaming. "Mom, guess what? Mrs. Peterson told our class about kindness today, and she used us as the example." "What did she say?" "She said sometimes angels come in small packages and teach us what love really means." I found out later that Emma had been secretly saving her allowance to buy Mrs. Peterson a real bed for Christmas. But the moment that really got me was when Mrs. Peterson's divorce was finalized. She came home crying, but not from sadness. "The judge asked if I had stable housing and support," she said through tears. "I got to say yes because of you two." Emma hugged her tight. "Now, you never have to pretend to be okay when you're not." Mrs. Peterson started crying again, but this time she was smiling. 3 months later, she's not just our guest, she's family. Emma calls her Aunt Peterson now, and honestly, I can't imagine our house without her. Last week, Mrs. Peterson got a promotion to assistant principal. Her first act was creating a fund to help teachers facing financial hardship. "No one should have to choose between pride and survival," she told the school board. Emma was in the audience and stood up clapping. "That's my Aunt Peterson." When reporters asked Emma about her teacher at the board meeting, she said, "She taught me that helping people isn't about being nice. It's about being family." The story went viral online. Parents started messaging me, saying Emma inspired their kids to look out for struggling teachers too. Yesterday, Emma asked if we could adopt another teacher. "Not because they need help," she clarified, "but because our family has room for more love. Sometimes the best lessons come from young kids."